What if I told you it's okay to not have your whole life figured out yet? Hi, beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is EJ, and if you've been here for a while, thank you for not forgetting me. I really appreciate it. Lately, I have just been in a reflective mood. If you caught my last video, you would see that I have been slowing down things on purpose, just checking in with myself, trying to live a little bit more intentional with myself, right? So today's video is super chilled, super honest, no preaching, no motivational talk, just me sharing some things that I have personally been unlearning in my 30s, and trust me, you really want to hear them. This first one is something that I still struggle with, and that is unlearning the idea that I need to have everything figured out by this time. There is nothing wrong with it, but there is this quiet pressure that when you get to a certain age, you should have everything figured out. You should know what you're about, what your future is looking like, what you need to do with your life, which is not bad, like I said. But for many years, I beat myself up over it, like thinking to myself, why am I still confused? Why am I still changing my mind? Why is it that it feels like every other person has figured things out and I'm still here trying to get by? But here's what I'm realizing: most people are not as figured out as they seem, right? Some are more silent about it, some are figuring things out in closed doors. So you don't know what people are struggling with, you don't know what people that you see that are put together are dealing with behind closed door, right? So for me, the key shift is it's okay to be a work in progress as long as you're moving, as long as I'm actively progressing, as long as I'm not just sitting down doing nothing. I am making progress. It means I am giving myself permission to explore things that I want to do, to know when something does not feel right and to move away from it and not feel guilty about it, not feel guilty that, God, I should have known. Well, it's that guilt that you just feel when something does not work out and you just feel like a failure. You're not a failure. You have the right to explore. You have the right to change what is not sitting or working well for you at that time or at that stage of your life. I am learning that curiosity and a little bit of consistency is what moves the needle, not having a perfect 5-year plan from day one. Being human is evolving and not arriving fully formed at age 25, 30, or whatever age the society picks for us. And right now, I am more easy and compassionate to myself, and that is making me more focused, making me more willing to move forward and fight for myself. The next one is unlearning comparison, especially comparing my timeline with everyone else's timeline. Social media makes it easy to fall into. You open your phone and scroll up, and next thing you're seeing people getting married, people buying new houses, buying new car, getting new jobs, celebrating their wins, and all of a sudden your life feels slow or behind or even at a pause. But I had to remind myself over and over again that what I'm seeing is the highlight. I am not seeing the behind the scene where they had sleepless nights, late nights, work their ass off. I don't see that other part, the part they don't post. I just see the highlights of their reels, and I'm here feeling sad or feeling overwhelmed. What I've come to realize that our journey don't have to be fast or loud for it to be real. Excuse me, paying one bill at a time, healing one layer at a time, building one habit at a time. It's still real progress. Just because some things are not going as fast as you want it to be or is going at your own pace doesn't mean you're not making progress. Like, it doesn't mean I am stuck. It only means I am building something solid in my own season, and it's something I have come to understand. This one is a bit, I don't know, but it's the idea that I need to be productive every day to feel worthy. I have come to realize that, or I am realizing that rest is not laziness, slowing down is not failure. Because I remember growing up when you're just chilling, right? You're just chilling, and my mom would just come, you're just lying down, doing nothing. Like our parents just gave us this idea that when you're just sitting down and doing nothing, you're not productive, you're not making progress, you're just there. right? It's not like it's a bad thing, but it just give you this mindset that if you're just sitting down and just chilling, or you might just even be sitting down and just relaxing your mind that is working 24 hours every other day, and something, this little voice at the back of my head to say, "Ah, you're just sitting down doing nothing, you're not being productive, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that." And it's just crazy because I just have this mindset, and I'm sure many of us struggle with this, where you just hear that voice saying you are just lazy because you're not doing anything. And it's not like it's a bad thing, but at the same time, it's okay to relax, it's okay to rest, it's okay to take time and do nothing. See guys, some days all I manage to do is shower, eat, rest. I am telling myself that is enough for a day. It's enough to just do that. It's a good achievement, honestly. And I'm sure most people will be like, it's giving lazy, but my dear, it's giving taking my time or doing things at my own pace. See, I used to feel guilty when I'm just chilling and doing nothing. Like I'm just like, oh God, I'm just wasting my time. But I have come to realize that rest is part of work. It recharges you so you can show up better when the energy come back. And to be honest, right? If you really need to take a break, if you really need to relax and just take a minute for yourself, do it, right? Do it. And that's not giving up. That's not you being lazy, or you're not being active with your life or that kind of thing. But it's you showing kindness to yourself, because there's this part of you that is carrying a lot, that is thinking of how you need to make it, that is thinking of how you need to achieve this. There are days that you just need to tell that part of yourself, or give that part of yourself time to rest, time to relax, because trust me, that part is carrying a lot. So be kind to yourself and don't listen to that voice. Not every time. Another one is people pleasing. Guys, I used to over explain myself. I find it hard to say no. Always saying yes so I don't disappoint people. I don't know how to say no, right? Because I know how bad I will feel when I say no. I would just have this thing in my head and just thinking, how God, this person will be feeling like I'm a wicked person. This person will just, what's the person? Like, I just have that struggle in my head. And I don't know, maybe it's a thing for firstborn, because we have this, or we are taught to always share, we are taught to always do things for people. Like, it's just because you're the firstborn, you have to just share. And I may be wrong, but that is something I feel we, the firstborn, always struggle with. I stand corrected, but something I feel. But I am realizing that protecting my peace is not selfish. Setting boundaries is not, doesn't mean I'm a wicked person, right? I don't have to shrink myself or dim my light to make someone comfortable. Saying no is actually a statement. It's a full statement, so I just heard. Saying no kindly, I believe, is an act of respect. If I say no to you and you really matter to me, I believe you understand. So personally, I have come to realize that trying to please everybody is something that I really need to work on, right? It's not like it's a bad thing, but most times I find myself displeasing myself. I find myself judging myself, like when I say no or when I don't show up for the person. And trust me, it's not like it's a bad thing. I don't know, it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. But when it's starting to make you feel uncomfortable, it's starting to make you feel um I don't know, guilty, right? Or I don't know. But people pleasing is something I am seriously working on. Doesn't mean I'm a wicked person, doesn't mean that I will stop being nice to anybody, because anybody that's close to me know that I don't know how to say no. If I tell you no, guys, it's crazy. I will be sitting down and thinking about it, to be haunting me. And I want to, or I am always constantly, now I constantly remind myself it is okay to say no. No is not a bad word. It is okay to say no, right? Especially you say it in a kind way. So yeah, that's something I'm working on. Lastly, unlearning the fear of starting all over, right? Do you know what? I know you know, some of us don't. But can I tell you that life does not end, right? And I'm saying this to the younger ones, especially people in their 20s, right? Life does not end. Even people in their 30s, we still feel this way. Life does not end, or life does not crash and burn just because a job, a relationship, or a plan does not work out. You're allowed to reset, you're allowed to change direction midway, you're allowed to start all over. It is not a bad thing. You know, when you start a job or a business and midway you're like, okay, this is not for me, it is okay to pause. Yes, time is wasted, money is wasted, but so what? Who's counting? Who is? I know it's crazy when we feel like, oh, people will say, trust me, people don't care. People are dealing with a lot in their corner. They might just say, okay, but as soon as they close their door, baby, believe me, they are dealing with their own. So you're just feeling, God, people will say, how do I start all over? What is it? My dear, it is nothing. Trust me, it is not. I remember growing up, and when I had relationship that would end abruptly, God, in my head, I'm already saying this person, I know we're getting married, guys. I will be so sad. I'm thinking to myself, how do I start all over? I know it could feel hard, but trust me, everything is working together for your good. There are people that started selling food, and midway they saw that this is not my calling, and they start selling clothes, and it did massively well for them. So sometimes you need to take the L and start all over, because that might just be the wrong line for you. It's something I am coming to realize every day. Starting all over is not failure. It is proof you are grown enough to know what no longer fits you at that moment. Every time, guys, every time I start all over, right, it opens doors that I don't even know exist. So whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is you are working on and is feeling like there's a stumbling block, it feels like you're not moving forward, it feels like you don't know what next. Trust me, it is okay to rest, it is okay to start all over, it is okay to change direction, it is okay to abandon it. You're not a failure. That mindset that the society, our environment, our parents, low-key, and it's not their fault actually, it's the society. But let's keep it to the society. We are the society. So that's another story for another day. But that mindset is something you grew up having. That starting all over, okay, my dear, starting over, yes, it is possible. You will do it and make progress. Sometimes it's not about locking your door, praying, God, I must succeed. Sometimes it's as easy as just saying, I have come to realize that this is not for me anymore. I need to start something new. And you can start something new at every point or at every stage of your life. 20, 30, 40, hell 50. So guys, I am sharing this just because I feel like someone watching might need to hear this. So if in your 20s, your 30s, 40s, a guy, and you feel a little bit lost, a little bit tired, a little bit unsure, trust me, you're not alone. See, we're all, everybody, even the people that feels like they're doing well, we're all just doing our best with what we have, right? And guys, at the end of the day, this video is not to discourage anybody or whatever. This is just things I have come to realize, and I'm noticing that it's something that low-key, indirectly, consciously, unconsciously set me back, right? And there are things that I feel that are not okay. There are things that I feel I need to unlearn, so it's easy for me to move forward, to make progress in life. So if you're in that situation or you feel this heat in nerve, please comment down below something you are unlearning. I'm here to read. I want to learn. I want to unlearn some things, because you never know what is the thing that you've learned that you need to unlearn that is stopping you from moving forward. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would see you in my next one. So until next time, love, kiss, bye.